Today we're working on combining like terms. And so you're going to be given this problem here. And what we want to try to do is combine everything that can go together. Alright, so now there's certain rules that apply when we're combining these. Number one rule is that they have to have the same variable. So they have to have the same letter. In this case it's x. So we can only combine x's with x's. And these rules are specific to addition and subtraction. But we can only combine x's with x's. But not only do they have to have the same variable, they also have to have the same exponent. So if we notice these two here, we've got a 4x squared minus 8x. They both have the same variable, so that it passes our first test. The problem is that they have different exponents. The exponent on this one here is 1, and the exponent on this x here is squared. So unfortunately with those two we cannot combine them. Now if we look at our negative 8x minus 11, we can't combine either one of those because they don't have the same variable. This one has an x and this one doesn't have anything on it. Make that x just a little bit more defined. Okay, so now what we're going to do here, since this is addition, if we were to distribute that plus sign, it works out to be the exact same thing. So I can rewrite this, it's the exact same thing. Plus 2x minus 3 plus 4x squared minus 8x minus 11. Now I just have one big thing here, and I need to determine which one of these I can combine. Now I see that I have an x squared here and an x squared here, so those two I can combine. The way that I do it is I just make a little doodle or something to myself that tells me these two terms right here I can combine. And I see my 2x and my 8x, I can combine those, so I just underline those. Negative 8x, excuse me. Now what I'm going to do is I've got 3x squared plus 4x. 3x plus 4x gives me 7x squared. Then I've got a positive 2x and a negative 8x, that's going to give me negative 6x. And the last, I've got negative 3 and a negative 11, that will give me negative 14. Alright, so this is all we're doing here. This would be our answer. 7x squared minus 6x minus 14. And all we're doing here is we're combining all of our like terms, but they have to have the same variable and the same exponent. Alright, let's do a different one now. This time, we're going to keep the same problem. This time, we're just going to do a subtraction sign here. Now, this one becomes just a little bit more challenging because this subtraction sign here applies to everything inside of that parenthesis. So we're going to have to distribute it to everything. So I'm going to rewrite this part here. This doesn't change. 3x squared plus 2x minus 3. Now I've got the subtraction sign I'm going to have to distribute. So this minus times that gives me negative 4x squared. Minus times negative 8x gives me a positive 8x. And then we've got the 8x, and then minus times negative 11 gives me a positive 11. Now again, I'm going to combine my like terms. These x squareds go together. The x's go together. Alright, so I've got 3x squared minus 4x gives me a negative x squared. 2x plus 8x gives me 10x. And negative 3 plus 11 gives me 8. So this one is my answer for this one. But the big thing on this one is if you have that subtraction, you have to distribute that to everything inside of the parentheses.